What is up, guys? And in this video I'm going to be going over 10 really useful CMD commands. So the first command, this is the command that I probably use most often, and it is ping. So you can use ping to really find out the status of your internet connection. So in order to use ping, what you want to do is type in ping and then the URL of your website. Typically I use Google, so www.google.com. Now it's going to say pinging www.google.com with 32 bytes of data, and over here it's going to send 4 packets. Now it's going to say over here how many packets you sent and how many packets you received. So if you have a 0% loss and you have pretty low ping times, so generally you want to aim around 50 or less, but 100 milliseconds or less is fine too, and then you know that you have a pretty good internet connection status. If you see something like 25, 50, or 100% loss, then you know that your internet connection is either unstable or simply you don't have internet access at all. So another way to use ping is to do what's called a continuous ping. So if I type in ping www.google.com and I type in -t, it's going to continuously ping Google. And over here in each line you can see whether there's a reply or whether there's a problem. For example, request timed out. That means something's interfering with your connection. Over here you can see the ping times in milliseconds. So that's another way if you want to not just send 4 packets but send much more packets to whatever website that you're targeting. So that's how you use ping. The second command that I wanted to show you guys is CD. So you can use CD to navigate to a specific area on your drive. So right now my location is C users Henry David Zoo. Now you can identify your location by looking at the left side of the current line that you're typing on. So in this case, if I wanted to access the desktop, all I would have to do is CD desktop. And if I wanted to go to a folder, I could simply type in CD forum, let's just say forum website. So now I'm in that location, that specific folder on the desktop. Now if I wanted to go one layer back, so if I wanted to go back to the desktop, I would have to pop back out one layer. So and just type in CD ... and that's going to pop you back one layer. So right now I'm back to the desktop. So besides that, once you're inside the desktop, you can both create and delete files. So let's just say I created a new file over here. So new text document test1.txt, new document test2.txt, and new document test3.txt. So in order to use the delete command, just type in del and then just type in the name of the file that you want to delete. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that that file is in the same folder or directory as the current location that you're on. So right now I'm on the desktop, so I can simply delete these files just by typing in their name. So delete, if I wanted to delete this file test1.txt, I would just have to say test1.txt and it deletes the file. So now there's no longer the file on the desktop. I could also delete multiple files. So let's just say delete. If I wanted to delete test2.txt and test3.txt, all I would have to do is type in test2.txt and test3.txt, and it's going to delete both of those files. You can also delete files that start with a specific letter. So for example, if I had test1.txt and I'm just going to copy that and say test1.copy, you're going to notice that both of these files start with the letter T. Let's just see. I just want to make sure not any other folders in my desktop have the letter start with the letter T. But and just to be safe, I'm just going to move all of this into a new folder. And so to access the new folder we created, we're going to use CD, so CD new folder. And now that we're in here, we can delete all the files that start with T. So del T star. And that's going to delete all the files that start on T. So to create a new file, because we just covered how to delete files, creating a new file is pretty easy too. So I'm just going to pop out back to the desktop. So cd ... And now that I'm back out to the desktop, what I can do is create a new file. So type nul, and then what you want to do is put the greater than sign and then the name of the file that you want to create. So in this case, I'm just going to say new test.txt. So this is the name of the new file that I'm going to create. So what this does is it opens up new test.txt for writing, and then it types nothing into it, or null. So even if you don't have a new file created and you want to write stuff into it, this command is still going to work. So you can really just use this as a little hack to create a new text file or anything of that sort. So if I run this command, you can see that I have a new text file successfully created on the desktop with the name new test.txt. Finally, one of the most useful commands that you can use is the up and down arrow. Actually, not finally, because I still have some commands to run down over. But if you wanted to access the previous command that you used, you're going to use the up arrow. So you can see here that I can just pivot through all of the previous commands that I executed. You can also use the forward or down button to find more recent commands that you used. So that's very useful. So the next command that I'm going to talk about is how to start a new program. Now, if you just type in start, it's just going to open up another CMD window. But if you want to start a program, for example, Notepad, if you just type in start Notepad, I can just launch Notepad right out of the box, and that's really, really useful. So if you already ran a lot of commands and you want to clear everything up, so pretty much start out with a blank new screen, all you have to do is type CLS, and it's going to clear all of the commands that you're going to use. It's still not going to clear your history of commands, so you can still use those, just saying. So the next 4 commands that I'm going to cover over are really just customization commands. So if you want to change the color of command prompt, you're going to type in color and then the letter or number of the color that you're going to use. Now this may sound confusing, but if you type in color and then type in -config, it's going to show up the numbers and letters that are valid parameters and what they represent. So in this case, for example, 0 is black, 1 is blue, D equals to light purple, so anything of that sort. So if I wanted to change the color to, let's just say, light aqua, all I would have to do is say color B. And then it's going to change the color to light aqua. Now if I wanted to change the color back to white, all I would have to do is say color 7 or bright white color F. Now notice that you can actually change the color of your text to the color of your background, which is really useful, because if I type in color 0, it's not going to change the color of the text to the background, because then I couldn't see anything. So that's a really good feature that command prompt has built in to prevent such problems from happening. If you wanted to change the title of CMD, all you would have to do is type in title CMD. So title and then space the new title that you want for your CMD window. So in this case, title CMD, it's going to change the title of this command prompt to whatever you put here. Finally, if you wanted to change some more advanced properties, right click the top bar, so right click this region of the window and click properties. And over here you can find a useful panel of all the properties that you need. For example, the font size, the font family, whether you want bold fonts, the layout, the colors. You can really customize everything here. So that's pretty much it. So those are the 10 commands that I wanted to share with you guys. Well, not just commands, but customization features that you can use in command prompt. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.